Well, as 2017 draws to a close, we asked you to vote on WXYZ.com. What were the biggest stories of the year?
You spoke and we listened. Tonight, 7 Action News reporter Ross Jones looks back at the year's most important stories.
I've been a pretty lucky guy all my life.
I think he should step down.
Everyone said how great he was, so I assumed that it was normal and it was okay.
Of an act of severe physical abuse.
We could literally walk to where we shopped, and it was all gone.
In a year of change and challenge, you told us the stories in 2017 that were most important. It was a year that marked the passing of a Detroit legend, the anniversary of a city's rebellion, and the fall of those we once trusted.
There be no further FGM or FGM-related procedures.
At number 5, the Detroit area doctors that made international headlines when they were charged with female genital mutilation, or FGM. Dr. Jumana Negrala and other physicians were charged with cutting the genitalia of as many as 100 minor girls throughout the country. The procedure, practiced among a small Indian Muslim sect, is designed to curb sex drive in women. Today, 6 have been charged with FGM and are awaiting trial.
You're wasting my time. Look, counsel.
At number 4, the fall of a Detroit icon. As the Me Too movement gained momentum across the country, its ripples were felt close to home in the office of 26-term Congressman John Conyers. In November, multiple former staffers came forward alleging sexual misconduct that spanned years. At first, Conyers and his lawyer fought back against the allegations, but they ultimately proved too much. The Detroit icon saw a career he spent decades building collapse in only days.
This was like a match that turned into a forest fire out of control.
Number 3 on our list, a sex abuse scandal that spanned decades. More than 140 women and girls accused former MSU and Olympics gymnastics physician Larry Nassar of sexual assault, one of the largest institutional sex scandals in modern history. Nassar recently pled guilty, sentenced to 60 years in prison.
We're not safe there, and they're not doing anything to help us.
But plenty of questions remain from Michigan State, where officials have maintained no one at the school violated criminal law. The school has resisted calls for an independent probe into how MSU failed to stop Nassar. At number 2 on our list, a commemoration. In July, Detroit marked the 50th anniversary of the riots that tore the city apart, claiming 43 lives and leaving miles of devastation in its wake.
What happened in '67 changed Detroit forever.
Half a century later, Detroiters looked back to look forward. But the anniversary also marked signs for hope. Young people moving back into Detroit and businesses joining them. The opening of Little Caesars Arena. Signs of a slow but steady rise.
Because, you know, we're all alike. We're all human beings and we all work.
And at number 1, the passing of a Detroit legend, Mike Ilitch. The self-made billionaire's influence could not be overstated, spanning city blocks from his pizza empire to his sports teams to his charities.
I think it's the thrill of my life. I really do. Because I love the city so much.
And when Ilitch died in February, Detroiters came out in force, lining up outside the theater he helped restore to pay tribute to one of Detroit's greatest sons.
I just respected him because he's brought so much back to Detroit. He actually brought Detroit back to life.
Certainly a year of an awful lot of huge news, and we were there to cover it all. Yeah. And that's our obligation to you, the viewers, to be on top of what's happening in our city and our state, and a lot of big events. And Mike Ilitch, the passing
was the big one.
Is a big one, no doubt.
Yeah, that hit home for a lot of people, seeing what a huge influence he really had on our community.